Should I put on my jacket and make myself look like an official anchor woman? It's not necessary. Shit, until the mainstream news media find their backbone and their balls and their punani and their courage, you're stuck with me. Okay? I'll be delivering the news until then. Okay? The news that they're afraid to deliver because those that they work for will crucify them. They're afraid of the crucifixion. They're afraid of their own personal crucifixion. So until then, I'm going to have to hold down the fort and tell the people what we need to know. Okay? So we're going to let God come in and talk to us because we need to know. It's not where we want to know. We need to know. And if we need to know something, then God has the last say around here, for the earth is the Lord's and the fullness therein. Okay? Okay. So Most High God, do block anybody that's trying to interfere with this reading. Do step in and deliver your messages to we, your children. Whatever it is that we need to know, that the mainstream news people, they're too afraid to tell us. They don't want that smoke. They don't want that fire. So they're not fulfilling their positions. They're just puppets at the moment. But we need more than puppets. We need results, you know? We need people to do what they claim say they're here to do. We don't need posers. We don't need all that. How do I say it? We don't need the fluff. Okay, we need the substance. Okay, so here we are. I was gonna go to my Let It All Work Out channel because I just wanted to do some readings for like the people. But because I only have like 2 subscribers on there, I can't do lives, and I'm not going to do, I don't feel like doing any pre-recordings because I don't want nobody stealing my work. Okay, so this is the only channel that I have that I could do lives where I could speak to like the masses. So I'm on this channel rather than going to our shorts channel because I wanted to go to the shorts channel. But I can't do lives over there, and I'm not going to be doing all my hard work and then people stealing it and acting like say they have the gift from God. You don't have the gift, so go sit down somewhere. God ain't talking to you. You're stealing the words out of my mouth and putting it out there like it's yours. So by me doing it live, you heard it here first. It's mine. Shit. If you want to be special like me, then you need to hook up with the people who make me special, aka God. Y'all disrespect God, y'all disregard God, but y'all want God's gifts. You want to breathe God's ear. You want to have sex with God's children. You want to wear God's shoes. You want to wear clothes that God made. Everything that you see, everything that you don't see, God made that. But you don't want to give God no respect. You don't want to give God no thanks. So that's why God ain't blessing you the way God is blessing me. You see it? Shit. You want something, you have to be willing to give something. Okay? Right. You're embarrassed to show the God in you. You're embarrassed to praise God in the midst of the people because they're gonna call you corny, and they're gonna think that you're lame, and they're gonna cuss you and think that this, so then you don't get to enjoy the gifts. No problem. Since other people's opinions matter more than you praising your God, praising the source that you know blesses you every day when you wake up. That's God's breath, that's God's air. Matter of fact, your body is God's body. But you think that living for God is corny, so then you don't get the gifts of living for God. And then some of y'all are like half stepping. You might praise God in public, but y'all don't want to go the full 100, and y'all want to give God like 50% dedication. So you get 50% of the blessing. Some of y'all want to give God like 30% dedication. So you get 30% of the blessing. It's only fair. Shit, what you put in, what you gonna get out. By your works you shall be paid, isn't it? If I give God, I'd say I give God about, I try to do 100 every time, so I get closer to 100 than not. So I get 100% of the blessing, in it. So God be making me look like a unicorn. God be making me look like a unicorn. Listen, until our newscasters find their strength to do what the fuck they're supposed to be doing for we the people, until their allegiance returns to we the people, you're stuck with me. And what you got? Shit. So, that's it. So Most High God, what is it that the news people supposed to be telling? Supposed to be telling us. Oh, wow. But they're not. However, we need to know. So you just get somebody else to do the job. Since they don't want to do the job, shit, I'm here. I'll do it until they get back to their senses. Me and who you elect to do this job. But I can speak for myself. I am here. Let's do this. What's the news? We don't want fake news. We want real news. Real news. That's my real Donald Trump voice. Not this impersonating Donald Trump figure that we see walking around. Okay, so now that we can see it all, what's the vibe today? What do you want to share with us, the Most High? Long time no see. Okay, so that's it. I feel like God want to give some news about me, but God knows that I'm not in the mood for that right now. So I thank you very much for sparing me, because it's been heavy for the last couple of days. But when the time comes, I'll be back with another what the mainstream news media should be telling us, but they're not. However, we need to know. Reading. And it'll be about me. So anywho, I have to put on my makeup. Put put on my eyeshadow and my foundation. And get myself camera ready. Shit, y'all are stuck with me. You should have been doing your job, then you wouldn't have to see my face. Shit. Alrighty. So let's see. Don't worry. I'll help us out until, by the power of God vested in me, I will help us out until our people find their strength again. Okay, so the subject matter. Okay, we got the mosque. So mosque is generally a holy house. Okay, it's a place of worship. It's a place where God's people congregate. We get together in fellowship unto the Creator and Sustainer of all things. Just like the church, just like the temple, it doesn't matter what they use these buildings for or what they're known for. The original concept of these structures is a place where people can come and praise God in fellowship with each other. Okay, so if you see the church, you see the temple where the Jews or the temple where the Buddhists and whatnot congregate, that's the basic idea. It's about worshiping God. We come together and worship God here. It's our meeting place. Okay, so that's what the subject matter of this newscast is. The mosque, the holy places, the mosque, the temple, the church, the Rastafari temple. Yeah. The physical structures intended to be a place where groups of people can get together in fellowship to worship the creator and sustainer of all things. So I wanted I just wanted to look up synagogue really quickly. Hang on. I think synagogue is the name of the Jew, because I call it a temple. What is a synagogue? Hang on. Oh, there's no internet. Let me get my dictionary. I don't want to come off. I have to scroll down to turn on the internet. And I don't want y'all to say I'm cheating with the card. So I'm going to use my dictionary. Synagogue. S-Y. My eyesight is also a little bit blurry from the poisons that's being administered into my body on without my permission. But anyway, synagogue, S-Y-N-A. So you have to bear with me. It goes away once it's out of my system. I have 20/20 vision. Okay, so synagogue, a place of worship and religious instruction. So, okay, so that's what that is for the Jews. Well, it says just a place of worship. It didn't say anything. Well, I didn't really check, but yeah, it's a place of worship. So synagogue, I need a synagogue card. So this is including the synagogue, the temples, the mosque, the Rastafarian temple, the church, all of them. Okay, so that's what this reading is about. Okay, so well, it said mosque, so it could be actually talking about the Muslims, or what's the other one? I don't know if Islam and Muslim is the same thing, but those who worship in the mosque, you'll know if it's specific to Muslims or if it's a general term that God means for all. Okay, I'm hearing all holy houses. So this is not about just Muslims. It's about everybody who claim to be uh, God worshippers. So it's about the holy houses, all of them, the synagogue, the temple, the mosque, uh, and the churches. Okay. Okay. So the message, we got permanent secretary or secretary of state. So something is permanent. And then we got loan shark. And then we got public club or society. Loan shark. So what is a loan shark? A loan shark is somebody who lends money. But is this talking about money? Lend money to the public. Oh God, this is about to get so let me read. I'm not gonna say nothing. So anyway, no, I'm not gonna say nothing yet. Let's see where God is going with this. So the underlying issue, we got the governor, whoever is in charge, doctor, the environment. So whoever in charge, they're basically they're constructing the environment. Let's see. So we got surveillance, advocate of good, but we got the Obeah man or dark magic energy. So what they're actually doing, because masculine energy is the doing energy, feminine energy is the receiving energy. So what they're actually doing is illegal activity. So when you look at them, they look like advocates of good. When you surveil them, or when you watch on the surface, they look like advocates of good. But really and truly, when you get deep into it, they are actually conducting illegal activity when it comes to these holy houses. So what I was going to say, now I could say what I want to say, since God, this is where God is going with this, is you ever notice how these holy houses, they always asking for money to, and it's like kind of compulsory in some sects, in some religious sects, it's compulsory that you pay your tithes. Okay, but however, if you are doing that as a church or as a holy house, not just church, holy house, mosque, synagogue, temple, church, and whatever else I missed, all the holy houses. You're collecting money on a regular basis, right? If people are coming to your church, you're supposed to be providing for them. See, say loan shark to the public club or society. So y'all are using the holy houses as a place of business. Okay? It's supposed to be a place of charity. You see how the money freely coming. You see how people, you manage to have it set up that people come and give. Is the same way you should be able to system whereby you can actually help out the people who attend these churches. When you have, oh God, sorry, not church, all of you, the holy houses, holy house. I'm gonna call it holy house. So you're not supposed to have people in your dedicated people coming to your church. Oh fuck! Why do I keep saying church? I think that this is a big church problem. I think it's mostly done at the churches. But let's talk about all of you. So don't get it twisted. We're not just talking for the church. So if any of you other holy houses are thinking of practicing this as well, you could forget about it. So you're not supposed to have people coming to support you, dedicated people, and they don't have food in their house, they don't have electricity, they don't have their basic needs met. You need to come up with some kind of system that you can investigate. Is this person really a person who need help, or are they just coming to ask for help because they know that other people are coming as a collective? It's like taxes. It's like taxes in these holy houses. When people bring their tithes, it's like taxes. What are you using this money for? There's no reason why you should have dedicated members of your religious organization in a state of lack. That's what that's if that's not what you're collecting all that money for, then you have lost the plot, and God don't like that. God is calling you Obia, dark magic people, and God is calling it illegal activity. And God see you pretending to be advocates of good, but you are not. God is watching you, and God wants you to know right now, you are on watch. Okay? You're doctoring the environment to make it look like you're advocates of good, but really and truly, you're conducting a whole bunch of illegal activity. God said, I don't like that. Okay? Let's read on. So we got educator, shadow government scheme. Oh, there's another card behind that. Shadow government scheme. Construct building or company or body. So constructing something. It could be something else that's not on this card. It will make more sense soon. So you're constructing basically a system. Okay. So we got prophet or prophetess, Mr. and Mrs. World Domination, aka the shadow government. So y'all are using God's image, God's holiness for evil. We got member of parliament or the lawmaking assembly. So making of the rules, the building of the system, the setting of the standards. Let's read on. Hospital. Yeah, it needs a checkup universally. So this is a university, but this is universally. This shadow government representatives. So what shadow government is like? Yeah, you see the governor. What they represent is what's in the shadows. What they don't show you, that's who they truly are. So all the shadow schemes and all these shadow governance, all these things that you're doing in the dark, God said you need to fix it. Your system of doing things, the laws, the rules that you live by. This is the lawmaking assembly. Those of you who are sitting behind the scenes constructing these illegal schemes, God said y'all need to stop it. Y'all need to fix it. Okay? So we got prayer, the judicial system. This is of the holy houses now. You need to pray about your system of doing things. Government representative or agent freelance. So all of you who are sitting on the board of directors, all of you who are making up the rules, y'all need to pray about your system of doing things. Pray for peace. Y'all need to do the right thing. Y'all need to stop using God's name and stop using God's image and stop abusing God's people, all in the name of money. So it's like all those monies that you're receiving from your congregations, you're lending it out to other people who can pay you back at. So it's like a mafia type vibe thing. Y'all turn the holy system into like a mafia type system, banking system. That's crazy. While your dedicated members, some of them don't have food, some of them don't have proper jackets, some of them don't have proper shoes, some of them don't have proper housing, they got leaky roofs, they got their floorboards are all messed up, the plumbing don't work properly from God knows when. You know what I'm saying? Some of them got cases that they probably need help with, court cases that you should be helping to pay, you know, because it's like if they've been a dedicated member of the holy house for like years and stuff like that, even 2-3 years, do you know how much money they've brought to you every week? They pay their tithes. It should be an investment in their security. You should show that you care about these people, but you ignore these people who have been supporting you, who have been bringing you this money, and you're using it to run another business elsewhere while your people inside who support you, they perish. They're in financial peril. And then all you do is pray for them. You give them words. The people need help. When there are causes around that affect them negatively, you're supposed to stand together because you're supposed to be people of faith. You're supposed to be God's people. God's people do not live with a spirit of fear. We stand up for what is right. If you are claiming that you're God people and you're not willing to stand up in society for what is right, then you're a phony. You need to stop calling on God's name because it's worthless to you. You're making God look bad. You're not a good example of a God person, a Christ-like person, a Christian, a Jew, a Muslim. You don't represent God because God can't use you for what really needs to get done for the people. God don't like that. Let's read on. So we got preschool, clinic, music, private party, forced to do it. God said you don't have no choice but to fix it. So God said, yeah, I know that it's new to you people. Preschool energy is just learning how to change your ways and do what is right. You all are really silly, because if you were actually running that holy house the way that God intended, you would have cup runneth over. Y'all are silly. Y'all are giving away your cup running over for freaking 1 ounce. Your cup is supposed to be running over. Your cup is not running over because you're doing it the wrong way. Because money isn't everything. If you have a holy house and you're actually taking care of your members the way that you should be taking care of your members, you stand by them, you basically be the representation of God in their life. Do you know how high they will lift you up? Do you have any idea what they will do to protect you? This is not in the Jesus character that they talk about. Now I understand that part of the story. I never got that crucifixion vibe, but Jesus already paid the price as the first example. This is the first time that I'm actually understanding the crucifixion. I don't believe that they killed him, because you can't kill God. But Jesus did pay. Jesus, aka Emmanuel. Because I don't know how y'all just stop calling him Emmanuel and all y'all, you just Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. The angel came in, I think, Isaiah 8:8 and said his name's going to be Emmanuel. And all of a sudden, in Matthew, the name changed from Emmanuel to Jesus. But that's another topic. The price that Jesus, aka Emmanuel, or Emmanuel, aka Jesus, paid is he was the first example, or he was a living example of bearing the cross, carrying that heavy load. It's like, I'm gonna stand for the right, come what may. Fortunately, he had a heads up, because when you're connected to God for real, you know what is to come, because God give you the downloads in dreams or through scripture or whatever, because the message connects with you, and God give you a head up like, yo, my child, look at this. Expect this to come. But don't worry, I'm going to be with you. That's when you have a true connection with the divine. Y'all are too weak in God. Money is your God. Praise, people praising you, that's your God. And you know how God feel about these things. You think that you're so clever by using all this money that your dedicated members of your holy house bring to you on a weekly basis, like clockwork. You think that you're more clever by investing it elsewhere. When really and truly, whatever you're getting from whatever scheme you got going on is nothing compared to what you would be getting had you been running the organization the way that it's supposed to be run. Because, like I was saying, money isn't everything. People supporting you, people protecting you, people willing to raise guns and bats and stones and whatnot just to keep you safe. So Jesus, Emmanuel, aka Jesus, already came and did that. So the people know the story. They know the playbook. And in these times, they're gonna be like, yeah, we're not gonna let them do that to you. You gotta, Jesus, Emmanuel already paid the price. Emmanuel already came. Emmanuel, aka Jesus, already came and showed us what to expect. And if you take care of your members, they're gonna take care of you, because it's like, nah, we need this person. This person feeds our soul, and this person helps us to live our little slice of heaven here on earth. So y'all gave away all that for a fat bank account. A fat bank account, no protection. You just know that your members are watching you. And people outside of your holy house, They know what you're about too, and your image don't look good. So you don't have no support, you don't have no protection. You're just being seen as a crook, and you are actually, your actions, the way you're conducting the holy houses, you're actually turning people away from God, because they, in their mind, it's like, if this is what it's really like, you're saying one thing and you're doing another, it's like, where's the God? So for a lot of people to be doubting God, in many cases, it's your fault. Because when they look at these holy houses, when they look at the congregation, when they look at those who are running it, it's like, I don't see the God in there. I see brainwashing. I see thievery. This is what the people are saying about you. You leaders of the holy houses, the mosques and the temples and the churches, the synagogues. This is what they're actually saying about you. Only the strong is going to keep holding on to God. But a lot of people who are looking to you as the leaders of these holy houses for guidance and as the representation of God, you are dropping the ball. And you're making people come to the conclusion that this God thing is not real. It's nothing. You see what I'm saying? So it's like false prophets. Woe unto those false prophets who lead God's people astray. So this is what the mainstream news media, this is one of the topics that the mainstream news media God want them to talk about that they're not talking about, and it's okay. I'll take it from here, because they probably won't be able to talk like this anyway, because they're so ungodly. But y'all know exactly what I'm saying. So let's get back to the leaders and the lawmakers, the rule makers of the holy houses. You're fucking up. Yeah, I said fuck. You're unholy ass. You can't come go on like say it's an abomination for me to say fuck, because what you're doing is much worse than me saying fuck. Okay. So yeah, so God said you don't have a choice. Preschool clinic, God said it's this healing is new to you. His hospital, clinic, same thing. It's new to you, but music, you have to bring harmony in your private party. You have to get everybody on board, and anybody who is not on board with this, they got to go. You have no choice but to fix this shit, God says, because you are committing great crimes by doing this, conducting these holy houses like this. You're leading God's people astray. Let's see what else. So we got public party, gang, Ministry of Finance, government employee. So this is not about the government. This is about the holy houses. Okay. So those who work for the holy houses, cleaner, the hidden entrance, moving forward, is that you'll be receiving. See now the feminine energy comes in. Musician, female. So music is harmony. Okay. It's a bunch of notes that go together to create one. The construction of the body, the construction of the system of the holy house. You'll be receiving. So it's a public party, gang, Ministry of Finance. Your employees need to clean it up. And then what you don't see, hidden entrance, is you don't know what is to come, but God is revealing to you. You'll be able to move forward and you'll be receiving. You receive, your cup will be full and running over. You won't have to go out and try to do any business, because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing in the first place. So your cup, your members, because people are looking for what is real in these times. People have seen the fake. They're tired of the phonies. They're tired of the games. They need soul healing. They need physical assistance, they need financial assistance, they need guidance, they need God. And God has been calling on a few good men and a few good women to be the body that God can embody, to be to show the example to the people, to remind them that God is real. It's not always going to be easy, but you still have to that's what faith is about. It's about not seeing what's coming next, but you know that God got you. That's the bottom line. God got you. You may have to go through some things, but it's never a waste of time going through those things, because there's always lessons in them. And they're always stepping stones. So you have to go through some dark hours. You have to go through some walk on some prickly roads. You have to be belittled or humiliated or whatever. People laugh at you and say that you don't know what you're talking about, or you're gonna fail at whatever you're doing. Let them. Your relationship isn't with them, your relationship is with God. But people have decided to put everything else above God. The people are tired of the pretenders. And if you would be real when it comes to how you're running these holy houses and you do it how God said to run it, trust me, your cup is going to be full and overflowing. The Bible tells you straight, you're not going to know where to put this blessing. But your people need to be invested back into. So just like how you make it obligatory for them to bring their tithes, you need to set up a system whereby you know your people, you have that relation with those dedicated members of your holy house, so that when they're in trouble, they know they can lean on you. You're like a government within the government. That's when you know that you're doing God's work on earth. You're doing it properly. Nobody can touch you them time. Even the stones will get up and defend you by themselves. You're walking in your miracles them time, because you're choosing to have faith in God over everything else. Y'all don't understand this God thing. Y'all are confused. But I'm going to read it on after I clear my nose. A lot of y'all are calling on God's name and y'all don't even understand what that even means. So let's see. We got social media, fear, and we got pastor. But this was in the reverse. Let's see. This way. Okay, so in the reverse. So all these social medias, all these pastors coming on social media. Fear. Pastor in the reverse. Pastors who are pretending to be pastors. Holy men and holy women who are pretending to be holy men and holy women. They're not good representations of God. They're not correct representations of God. That's what a pastor, that's what imam, that's what a rabbi, that's what a Buddhist, that's every holy man or holy woman who sits at the top. We are representations of God on earth. If that's not what you're doing, you don't know what the assignment is. You have lost the plot. This is not a position to play with. To impersonate Godhood, to impersonate your Godship, it makes you a false prophet. Woe unto the false prophets who lead God's people astray. So the reverse pastors, they're looking for new recruits. So y'all are looking to build this criminal pastor organization, this criminal holy man, holy woman organization even bigger. Y'all are looking for more new people who can con the people into thinking that they are representatives of God here on earth. Oh my goodness. Is that why we got all these sexy young look? I know that God is using sexy young looking people to represent it in these days because I mean, look at me. Okay? I mean, it helps. But some of us are real and some of us are fake because I see some sexy mans speaking on God's behalf. And I'm like, yeah, man, God know how to do it. That will definitely help to get some people interested in the word of God. But these people, some of them, they're not about the word of God. They're about getting your money from your pocket so that they can run some other operations elsewhere. That's the problem. So you have to be people, talking to the people now, we have to be mindful of these false prophets. The Bible already told us this. We already know. We're in those times. Don't be so quick to hand your money out to religious organizations or even charities. If you want to create some good karma for yourself, you should find someone in your community who you see is actually struggling and give them a helping hand. Create some good karma for yourself. At least you know that your money is going to a cause that is actually a real thing. Because when you give your money to all these Red Cross, and these people are going around the world creating more damage. These people are the people going around the world trafficking children. You give your money to cancer research. These people are actually creating the disease. Stop giving your money to these big charities and put your money and your energy and your time into what you can vouch for. That's how you get a true blessing. That's how you make a true difference in the world. Because a lot of people are out there pretending to be this and that. A lot of the things that you're seeing on the surface is not what it's really about deep down. Find an unfortunate family somewhere. If you feel like giving charity, tithe in that way. Stop giving your money to these holy houses until they clean up their act. Yeah, I said it. Yes, I said it. Stop paying your tithes until the holy houses clean up this dirty act. If you have ever been to your holy house needing help and they refuse to help you, instead they send you off with a good word, stop giving to them. When you have, stop giving to them and ask God to guide you as to where you should dedicate your energies and your resources as your form of tithing. Do your own personal work representing your God. Okay? Let God work through you to bless somebody else. When God blesses you, to keep the blessing flowing, let God guide you as to who you should bless. I don't mean you have to bless them all the time, but do a good deed here and there, because you are your first charity. Charity begins at home. But it's not good to be completely selfish. There's a time to put yourself first, and there's a time to do for somebody else. It's time to be a blessing to somebody else. You'll be more effective, and your resources will be better spent in this manner. If you have ever been to your holy house seeking financial assistance or some kind or support, and they refused you, especially if you've been a member for years, and they refuse to help you and they send you away with a bumbleclot prayer, stop giving your money to them, Because that same little bit of money or 10% or whatever you've been given on a regular basis, that would have been able to help you to take care of your own self. Charity begins at home. You see the mathematics, because they can't be trusted. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing with the money. So you are not going to be seen as a backslider in God's eyes. They're gonna call you that. These holy men, these fake holy men, fake holy women, they're gonna call you that because you're messing with their business. You're messing with the cash flow by you not giving your tithe. You could take up your Bible or your Quran or whatever you read from and read it yourself. If you want to hear from God, if you need to hear from God, you can find ways and means of hearing from God yourself. It's nice to be able to fellowship with a whole bunch of people. It's very fulfilling. I love it. But in these times, we need to start over. First, you need to find people who are actually real about this, or else you're only going to set yourself back. You're carrying dead weight. Time for the fakery is done. Set your soul free. Form your own relationship with your own God in your own way, because you can't trust these people who claim say they have been sent from God or they are of God. They're liars. And you can tell when they're liars through their actions. Not their words. Judge them by their actions. You live in a dilapidated house. You've been a member of this holy house for God knows how many years, and your pastor is going around wearing freaking red bottoms and driving fucking Rolls Royces and all these things while you're out here fucking struggling, and every week religiously you're bringing your money to this same holy what you thought was a holy house. Make yourself make sense. So they're looking for new recruits. They're looking for other fake pastors in the pastor reverse. They're looking for other fake male and female sexy pastors to especially pull in the young people who don't know the trick yet. Just because you don't belong to a holy house, it don't mean that you have to be ungodly. You don't need to belong to any holy house to be a godly person. God is not found in these holy houses. God is within us. God is within self. So we got Ministry of Education, hotel, short-term teachings, and off you go. You're qualified for the secret club or society. So it's like they're doing fast-track courses, qualifying young, good-looking men and young, good-looking women, or people with that silver tongue. They're qualifying them as members. You know, when you get your qualifications in theology. So they're fast tracking these things. Hotel is a place where you go for a short stay. And then lawyer, in this case it would be pastor or imam or rabbi or Rastafarian priest or priestess or whatever. Everybody getting touched. Yeah, Rastas do it too. So yeah, so they're looking for people so that they can fast track them. It's like if you got what we're looking for, like you have to be a salesman. They're not looking for people who know the word and people who believe in the word and people who know God. They're looking for people who can sell this thing. Looking for people who can sell the gospel. They're selling the gospel. So that they get people hooked and then put them in binding contracts where they have to pay this 10% of their 10% of your wages, bro. If you make 1,000 and most people make more than 1,000 every week, you're bringing in 10%. Let's make it easy. 100. If you make $100 every week, $10 out of that they want you to bring. And let's be real, most people make, let's see, I don't know what the average thingy majiggy is, but like every month people might make something like 1,500. So then you divide that by 4. Let's see, 4, 8, 12. So yeah, my brain isn't very good at mathematics, but you get what I'm saying. So now let's say 10% of 300. It's gonna be more than 300. It's 300 and something, like 340 or something like that, roughly. Okay, I'm not so bad with the average. So let's say 340 a week, and you 10% of that is gonna be like 30 something per week. So then if you do 30, let's say 33 times 4, 4 trees are 12, 4 trees are 12, and then the 1 is 13, so that's 132. But imagine if you got like, if the bigger your congregation and each person is bringing say £140 a week, and some people that they depending on what church or what holy house you're looking at, their members make some people make thousands in 1 week. Okay, depending on who belong to your church or your synagogue or your mosque. Is 10% of their salary. I was just doing it based on like an average salary. Okay, and to somebody that's making such a small salary, that 132 or roughly that much, £140 per month or whatever, it sounds like a little bit, but when you take into account that you have to pay your rent still, so it's just like an extra bill that's added on. You still have to pay your rent, you still have to provide your food, you still have to buy maybe gas for your car so you can get to work to make the money, or pay for travel expenses to get to work. If you got children, you have to provide for them financially as well. Okay, you got other bills to pay from other goods. Maybe you furnished your house or whatever else. You be living in a house without a fucking couch. You be living in a house without a bed. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's a struggle. So the same way that you're going to take that 10% to the church, how about you open a bank account and put your 10% in your bank account so that is your rainy day fund. Since your holy house don't want to look after you, how about you look after yourself? Take the 10% and put it into a bottle or a jar or a box or a bank account or a safety deposit box or under your bed or in a jacket pocket or something somewhere, okay, every week. How about that? Then you know for sure that when you're in need, you got something to fall back on. You don't have to look like a beggar. You don't have to be disrespected and turned away. Because if you're getting 100 and say 30, let's say £140 a month, which I only did it by 100, but I know it's more than that. But if you get in 130 a month and you got like 100 people, imagine how much money the church is getting. If they got 200 people, if they're 200 members strong, imagine how much money they're getting on a regular basis. It's plenty money. And imagine these mega churches that the superstars go to. The lawyers and the bankers and the doctors and the nurses and the teachers. Imagine what their intake is like, their collection box. So we got Crying Farm, News Media, Crying Farm, you know, a crying farm. Just imagine. So there are a lot of unhappy people produced as a result of this trickery. A crying farm. That's why so many people have so many bad things to say about these religions, these religious sects. The people are unhappy. The trick has gone on for far too long. They're catching on to the trick. They've experienced enough with these holy houses and these holy men and holy women, these fake holy men and holy women, to know that it's a sham. It's like worthless. But some of them, because of their dedication to God, it's hard for them to leave. So we got news media, dentist, information. So it'll be like my talking card. So me now, I'm sharing the information with you. Let's see, we got meeting place, underground tunnel to converse. Yeah, they got these secret meetings. They know that they're tricking you. They know what they're doing. They're looking for new recruits so that they can learn to trick you some more. They're looking for new people to rise. So you think there's a new church. I'm going to go over here. Same trick. It's a branch, original trickster. That's what's happening. So we got the laws of the universe. So the news media, dentist, information. So that would be me. We got meeting place, underground tunnel, underground channel. That would be this channel. Conversing about the laws of the universe. So I'm here to tell you about what's really real. Okay? We got the advocates of evil. They are firm right now. They're firm because they're government funded. They're well funded. These fake pastors, these fake imams, these fake rabbis, these fake whatever else, fake Rastafarian leaders. They're well funded because of the people who believe in them, the people they have managed to trick. I'm here to tell you the story. So let's see, we got gang member, Ministry of Agriculture, adolescent. They're adolescents. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what God is about for real, because if they knew what they were fucking with, they wouldn't even get involved. Let's read on. So we got hidden message, seaport. Exactly, more crying. Seaport. That's your seaport, crying. So they're going to be crying. They create a crying farm to hurt people, but they're the ones that's going to end up crying because of their adolescence. They're going to end up crying. Hidden entrance, hidden messages, they're going to end up crying because they're being policed. So their business is going down. They're being policed by people like me. We're paying attention and we're not afraid to speak up, and we don't give a fuck if you like us or not. The mystical being, exactly, the human resources, people who choose to take their power back from these fake ass pastors, wasting their time going to church and shit. Maybe you should start your own church. If your heart is truly with God, you're looking at this person on top of the stage as a person who is of higher repute than you not knowing that your soul is more pure than them. You actually want to serve God. You actually want to get people to know God and love God and walk in God's light and God's blessings so that they can praise God too. But you have given this person more importance than you, when God see you as being more pure, more dedicated than the person that you hold in such high esteem, calling them pastor so and so, imam so and so, rabbi so and so, prophet so and so. They're fakes. You're the real deal, because your heart is truly for God. Whatever religion you belong to, you need to see yourself. God's not looking for who can dress the best and who got the biggest building and who got the most people around them. God is looking for whose heart is most pure. God's looking for who truly has faith, even when they can't see forward. You are a real man of God. You are a real woman of God. That's what it means to be a man or woman of God. You have unwavering faith because you know God is real and you know God is good. Even when things don't look good, even when you're in situations that you prefer not to be in, you know that God's doing. You know to hold on and hold the faith and keep calm and keep carrying on, because you know one day what God promised you, you're going to see it, because God don't tell lies. God is calling you to a position of whatever, what's the word? Example. God is calling you to a position. You are the type of person who would truly show God on earth. You are the type of person who has the type of faith necessary to show God that, to show people that God is for real. You are the real deal. It's not pastor so and so, it's not imam so and so, it's not prophet so and so, it's not prophetess so and so. It's you, the little one who's been sitting in the crowd, whose heart is genuinely for God. Your mind, your body, your soul, you genuinely dedicate your life to God, because you know that God got the vision better than you. This life is so convoluted. It's so mix up. We need clear vision. We of ourselves, we don't have clear vision because there's so many people around us to trick us about everything. If we even go to the shop to buy a bag of sugar, we're being tricked with the price. We're paying a lot more for it than we should be. If a little part on our body start to feel strange, we swear that we're sick, when really and truly all we need to do is drink some water or eat a specific food or something. We need that type of guidance in our life. And you trusting in God, you got that type of guidance in your life. God is looking for you. So it says, so we gonna make them cry. We mystical beings are God's human resources, God's representations here on earth. We need to speak. Airport. So we got sea, port, airport. Salt water come from the eye when you cry. Air comes from your mouth when you speak. We need to speak up. Airport. There's method to what appears to be madness. You need to see yourself as God sees you. Stop seeing pastor so and so and imam so and so and prophet or prophetess so and so as being above you. They don't have what it takes to represent God on earth because they're fake. Your soul is truly for God. Your heart is truly for God. Love. You truly love God. God is the talented one. The temple. Another holy vibe, holy house. And the church. You are the real deal. You who are the real deal, you need to speak up. God has plans for you. You're not in your rightful place. You've been giving your power to this person that you deem is of higher repute than you for too long. And it's time to shift. You need to find your place as being that living example of God on earth, whatever religion you belong to. About your heart and your dedication to the divine. God said it's time for you to stand up and take your rightful place. Okay? So whether you want to do it on a small scale or whatever, you know what God is calling you to do. Stop doubting yourself. Your genuine love for God, that's what makes you qualified. Your genuine obedience to the real God, that's what makes you qualified. Your genuine love for other people and wanting to see God working through and for other people, that's what makes you qualify. It's not about the money first. The money will come in and you're not even going to know what to do with it. And it's not even just money, the blessings. People will protect you with their life. Because Emmanuel, aka Jesus, already paid the price. He came and showed us what these people would do to you, no matter if you're good or you're bad. And luckily, you already went to the church and whatnot, and you learned the story, so you know what they're gonna do. And other people around you, they know what they're gonna try to do. They're gonna try and destroy your reputation when they see you're very effective, just like they tried to do to me. God wants to use you, and nobody can stop that. Just do your part, and God will take care of the rest. And God will surround you with people who want to protect you because they see your value spiritually as being a representation of God on earth. Okay? Media should be telling us, but they're not going to tell us. So it's confirming some things, because that's why I didn't want to talk at first and say these things, because I've been hearing it here and there for a long time now. And I've been watching the scenes too. But I don't want to talk bad about these holy houses, because as far as I'm concerned, it don't matter what religion you're of. If we say that we are God's people, then we are one people. It don't matter what religion you belong to. If you're truly God's people, then you do not separate yourself from other God's people who belong to a different sect. Okay? We are working towards the same cause, leading people unto God, according to our understanding, according to what resonates with us. You understand what I'm saying? There's a reason why God made Muslims and Rastas and Christians and Buddhists and what do you call the Indian ones? All these different spiritual sects. There's a reason why God has so many. Everything isn't for everybody. But still, we have one mission, which is to love and understand God and know God and understand the universe and appreciate it all and set up our life so that we can experience divinity here on earth while we live. Attain our godhood. Walk in the light. Be an advocate of life and an advocate of love, an advocate of success. Not just for ourselves, but for anybody who chooses God. They deserve to win. Yeah. And I'm starting to get hungry. What do I have? Oh, good God. Well, I think I need to go eat now. I'm going to stop this one here. But there's more. There's 2 more decks that God want to bring the message from. So what should I do? Should I just keep it running while I get something to eat? But what do I have? I don't know what I have to eat. That's quick. Or should I do? I should do a part 2. I'm just going to do a part 2. I'll do the part 2 today though. Okay, so that we can finish this message. So I need to go and eat my body. All right. So You can go do whatever you have to do, and then we'll catch up on the flip side and finish whatever message God wants to say to us about these things. Listen, it stopped. Yeah, it's time to eat. All right, so I'll be back. All right, thank you for watching.